But why are you so sure that there's no link between enjoying movie violence and enjoying real violence?
Well, I'm going to tell you why I'm so sure. Don't ask me a question like that. I'm not biting. I refuse your question.
Why?
Because I refuse your question. I'm not your slave and you're not my master. You can't make me dance to your tune. I'm not a monkey.
I can't make you answer anything. I'm asking you interesting questions.
And I'm saying I refuse.
I mean, what I'd really like to ask you about a quote you gave to the New York Times. And I don't want to pry, so if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But what you said to the New York Times once was, it was after your incarceration, and you said, you can't go from a $2,000 a night hotel suite to a penitentiary and understand it and come out a liberal. And I just wondered what you meant by that.
Well, the funny thing is, and I appreciate your point of view, things that you said 5, 7 years ago, or things you said in an interview that made sense to you at the time, I could pick that apart for 2 hours and be no closer to the truth than I'd be giving you some half-assed answer right now. I couldn't even really tell you what a liberal is. So therein lies the answer to your question.
The statement sort of stands by itself, doesn't it? I mean, does that mean you're not a liberal, or that you came out of prison not being a liberal?
Are we promoting a movie? To me, the thing is that I'm certainly not going to backpedal on anything I've said, but I wouldn't say I'm a Republican or a liberal or a Democrat. I think when I was talking to the person who was doing the interview that day, and that just happened to be my opinion. That's the nice thing, is you can have opinions and they kind of change and flow.
Yeah, well, but you see, Jamie Foxx has said, we can't turn our back and say that violence in films
well, then you should talk to Jamie Foxx.
Then
you should talk to Jamie Foxx about that. And I think he's actually here, so you can.
I'd love to, but I mean, you know, it's interesting that you have a different view, and I'm just trying to explore that.
Yeah, and I don't want to. Because I'm here to sell my movie. This is a commercial for the movie, make no mistake.
Well, you you don't want to talk about anything serious?
I don't want to talk about what you want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the implications of violence.
I mean, you say we're promoting an interview, I mean, promoting the movie. I mean, obviously you're doing a promotional round of interviews, and that's why we're talking about the movie. But we also would like to talk a little bit about you, and I don't know how comfortable you are, you know, talking about yourself at the moment.
You have as much time as anyone else will.
Yeah, well, okay, well then let me just ask you a few more questions, and you can answer them if you want to and not if you don't want to. I mean, well, I think we've got 3 more minutes on our agreement.
Your foot's starting to jump a little bit. You better get to your next question.
The reason I don't want to talk about it is I've said everything I have to say about it. If anyone cares what I have to say about it, they can Google me. And they can look for 20 years what I have to say about it. I haven't changed my opinion one iota.
No, but you haven't fleshed it out. That's the only reason.
It's not my job to flesh it out.
No, it's my job to try and ask you to.
And I'm shutting your butt down.
And that's the reason I'm asking about the past is that you've talked in other interviews again about your relationship with your father and the role of all of that in you know, the dark periods you entered, and taking drugs and drinking and all of that. And I just wondered whether, you know, you think you're free of all of that, or whether that's still something.
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing?
Well, I'm just asking questions, that's all.
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
are you, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you?
You seem okay. It's just getting a little dinosaur in your.
No, look, I don't want to do that.
Thank you.
This is a commercial from my movie.
No, I know, but it's my job to try and explore some serious themes as well. I'm sure.
Well, I invite you to explore some serious things, but not things that I have already been on the record for talking about.
Well, violence is such a big part of all of your movies, and it's, you know, and it's an enjoyable part of your movies for so many people, and that's why I'm talking about this, because, you know, it's a very sensitive time at the moment. I mean, the Vice President is talking to people in the movie industry today about violence in response to
and you know where I stand on it.
Which is that there's no relationship. And
yes.
But you haven't said why you think there's no relationship.
It's none of your damn business what I think about that.
Well, it's my job to ask you why you think that.
And I'm
you're very
saying
influential.
no. And I'm shutting you down.
But you have a responsibility as a filmmaker, surely, to explain a little bit about
No,
what
I
you're
don't
doing.
have any responsibility to you to explain anything I don't want
No,
to.
not to me, but to your viewers, to your fans, you know, to people who
They know
care about what it is that you're doing.
They know where I'm coming from. And I have explained it. And I have explained even what you're talking about. I'm just not giving it to you.
Why?
Because I don't want to, because I've done it already. I have explained this many times in the last 20 years. I just refuse to repeat myself over and over again because you want me to. For you and your show and your ratings.
Okay, well, no, it's not about our ratings.
No, it is. It is about you want me to say it for you. For your show, this show, right here, right now.
Well, look, this is a news program. It's not a film program, so we explore serious themes. That's the difference.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. But you want me to do what I've already done before, and I am refusing.